And welcome back mga kaibigan sa Big Dome, the Araneta Coliseum dito po sa gitna ng Quezon City as we take a look at our Quick Tide starting five brought to you by Quick Tide, the all-in-one glue, technology by Loctite. Nothing new for both teams. They come up with their strongest five. In fact, itong pinasok nila Yeng units nila have started for them in all of their games as Abarientos takes this first shot, and that is going to be a very interesting matchup, Yeng. Yung Abarientos laban kay Jerome Ejercito. Ejercito is playing so well para sa Mobiline, although nagkaroon na siyang turnover doon. 14 points per ball game lang ina-average ni Jerome Ejercito.
Kanina nabanggit ko sa iyan kasamang Noli. Magiging problema to actually para sa Alaska. In terms of height kasi malaki agwat itong si Ejercito at ni Johnny Abarientos, and si Ejercito can post up and play with his back to the basket. Pero alam naman natin si Johnny Abarientos, veteranong-veterano na to. So marami na siyang alam na pangontra sa ganyang mga post-up ni Jerome Ejercito.
Actually, ang problema ng Alaska, especially in their last game, has not been their offense but their defense. They gave up 100 points. At sabi sa atin ng ating head statistician na si Fidel Mangonon, this is the most number of points. First time na nagbigay ang Alaska ng mahigit 100 puntos, so 100 or more, in over a year. The last time that they did that was back in the All-Filipino Conference laban sa Tanduay. And so kaya naman sinabon sila kagad ni Coach Tim Kundo sa laban nila against Barangay Ginebra.
Yes, that's very uncharacteristic para sa Alaska, yung magbigay sila ng maraming puntos. Ayan na si Johnny, yung sinasabi natin kanina, facing the basket, may advantage si Johnny against
Ejercito.
But back to the basket, meron namang advantage si Ejercito over kay Johnny Abarientos.
Magandang tutukan yan kung yan ang magiging pwestuhan mamaya. Although si Ejercito ngayon ang tumatao kay Kenneth Durendez at si Bong Ravena ang nakatutok kay Johnny Abarientos.
Nag-adjust kagad si Coach Louie Alas.
There's Kurt King para may tabla ang ating talaan ngayon. Pinag-uusapan natin si Louie Alas. Well, he's on his first two-game winning run dito sa PBA. And certainly si Louie Alas, slowly parang nadidel niya itong mga kupanan nito na nailalagay na niya yung kanyang mga systems. Kapuna-puna yan.
At saka importante rito is you draw out the talent from your players. Na importante dahil na kailangan nilang pagtakpan yung pagkawala ni Asi Taulaba. Mabuti na lang, Jericho Tiniera, Big Pablo are stepping up.
Talk about stepping up. That's one man, si Bong Hawkins, who has certainly been very, very consistent para sa kupanan ng Alaska, although he missed that last attempt. Here's Kenneth Durendez. He's a guy who's struggling. He's averaging only about 10 points a game. And there's a hand check foul laban kay Ejercito. That'll be number 2 now on Ejercito.
Again, malaki problema yan dahil alam natin, starting point guard nila, ito si Jerome Ejercito. He will have to cut his minutes if he's in foul trouble.
There's Louie Alas, dating head coach ng Manila Metro Stars sa NBA. And of course, a welcome addition dito sa PBA.
Itong Alaska is going to their isolation plays for the last 3 or 4 plays. Ayun, very successful sila doon with Kenneth Durendez.
Parang nakatali na ang kamay ni Jerome Ejercito with 2 personal fouls.
Yes, and we don't see any double teams so far from both sides.
And we don't see any move as well from Louie Alas to pull out Jerome Ejercito from this game. Samantala may foul si Edward Huino, who is taking on Carlos Strong early in this game. At ano sa tingin mo yung matchup na yan? Mukhang ang gusto nilang limitahan si Jericho Tiniera as we take a look at national coach Tim Cone.
Well, sa matchup na yun, ibig sabihin lang, malaki ang respeto nila sa contribution si Jericho Tiniera. Import ang katapat niya ngayon.
Looks at si Carlos Strong. Ginawa pa niya sa kabila. Very simple ang mga galaw nito si Carlos Strong.
And si Carlos Strong, very solid player. He's not a showy or hindi siya showtime player.
Ayun,
very effective.
Here's the Ejercito off the turnover. Jerome, nilaglag ni Carlos Strong. He goes up. And Huino took a hard fall there, although he looks okay.
Mukhang okay naman. Mukhang ang tumama pa sa kanya si Johnny Abarientos.
Nagpapahinga. Panoorin natin ulit si Jerome Ejercito on that almost no-look pass foul by Abarientos. Then si Huino parang sumahon at pasahod siya kay Johnny. That was a PLDT IDT slow-mo replay up to 75% off. Pwedeng i-play-by-play ang kwento sa mga kamag-anak abroad.
Ito ang meron ng Mobiline ngayon. They have the quickness to run up and down court. Tapos meron silang perimeter shooting. Jerome Ejercito, si Jerry Codinera. Tapos andyan pa si Don Camaso na kung minsan madalas din makatira sa labas.
That's one thing you like about Don Camaso. Si Camaso, marunong tumira sa labas, and he can run the floor as well. And of course, rebound. There's Camaso trying to put it back. Wala. Abante po ang Mobiline ng isa. 5-4. 9-10 remaining sa unang ito. Wino against Codinera. Oh, that's a tough matchup. Codinera, one of the best defensive centers in the league.
Ganda ng depensa ni Jerry doon. Hindi nakakuha ng pwesto itong si Coach Wino.
Inikot nila. Si Carlos Strong nasa low block. Laban kay Kurt King. Ngayon si Kurt King naman tumatawa sa kanya. Inilabas kay Ejercito. That'll be number 2 on Wino.
Ayan, para nagpaparehas na sila, no? Kanina si Jerome Ejercito, 2 fouls. Ngayon, si Coach Wino naman, agad-agad, may 2 fouls na rin.
And like Louie Alas, walang galaw si Coach Tim Cone right now para iupo si Coach Wino, who picked up his second foul. 3 team fouls ang magkabilang koponan, although si Don Aliado is up on his feet now. Carlos Strong sa labas, off to the right. Here's Duremdes.
Ayan, mag-a-ISO na naman sila at dalawa na foul ito si Jerome Ejercito.
Tumira si Kenneth. Medyo ano yun ha, alanganin yung kanyang tirang yun. Magandang depensa ni Jesus. What a spin! Carlos Strong missing that one, however. No foul. They come back the other way. 3-on-3. Kurt King sees the lane. Yes! And one.
Tignan natin kung sino ang pumout. Nako, yun, si Jerome Ejercito, 3 na.
Masakit yan.
Agad-agad binulot si Coach Louie itong si Patrick Fran para palitan si Jerome na may 3 foul na ngayon.
Hindi siya natakot no? Gusto pa sana niyang sapalin. Pero si Kurt King already had the momentum. And that's a strange way of running the fast break. Si Kurt King ang nagtapos doon. Si Kenneth Duremdes. Of course, si Kenneth Duremdes is second in the league pagdating sa assists. Pero still, kadalasan si Johnny nagpapasimula ng fast break.
Yes, at si King, pinakikita lang yan na he can start the fast break, he can also finish the fast break.
Ejercito, nilaglag kay Carlos Strong. He goes up there. A great super full Casil tapal from Kurt King.
Ayun ang hindi natin nakikita itong last couple of games, kaya tumaas ang scoring no, ng mga kalaban ng Alaska. Yung kanilang team defense, no, at marami silang inalaw na puntos sa past few games.
Ito si Kurt King has not shown too much of his shot blocking ability. He's only averaging about less than a shot block a game, as you see Jerry Codinera with a nice semi-hook. Pero alam natin si Kurt King, if he focuses on defense, he can be certainly an intimidating factor sa loob ng paint. Ano?
Tama.
Bounce pass, Hawkins, sa bulabog, natapik palabas. Let's see. Mukhang nahawakan ni Camaso yun.
Pero ayan, Alaska ball, tama.
Yes, ruling ni referee Tito Varela, who together with referee Bedros and Ramos are calling the shots today. On the floor, Aliado is in the game now. Side shot, and Don Aliado is on the board early in this game.
Ayun din ang maganda kay Kenneth Duremdes, number 2 in assist. Again, giving up an assist, they're finding the open man.
He's averaging 5.3 assists per ball game. Bumaba na yan from about 7. And here's Strong, pick controls. The black shirts are running. Hawkins, tuloy-tuloy sa basket. And the Hawk gives Alaska 4-point lead.
Very aggressive ang start ng Alaska ngayon at hindi ka mukha nung ibang start nila. Actually, matamlay sila sa ibang mga start nila. But this time, mukhang umubra yung sermon ni Coach Tim Cone.
Well, one thing that they showed against Ginebra, they were very complacent sa laban na yun. At ang Barangay Ginebra just came out to play 2 nights ago. Well, ayaw na ng Alaska maulit yan. And how difficult is it to play Alaska after they come off a loss? They've not lost back-to-back games. Sabi nga natin, in over 5 months. That's the record. There's Hawkins again.
And it looks like Alaska came out to play tonight. Maagang maaga ito kanilang ratsyada rito.
Anin na. Parang yan ang abante ng Alaska. Papasok na tayo ng kalahati ng first quarter.
Talagang gusto ng Alaska na pumasok sila sa top 4.
Ayun ang tira ni Carlos Strong. Yun ay pamatay sunog.
Actually, muntik na mailigang defense ng Alaska pero naging blessing in disguise pa para sa Mobiline. Pumasok yung 3-point shot.
That is only the second 3-point shot or PLDT IDD long distance shot ni Carlos Strong in this conference. He's averaging only 25%. In the meantime, si Don Camaso picking up his first foul here. Lead is down to 3. 13-10. Lamang po ang Alaska Milk. Very important game. Mobiline trying to keep its winning run. Alaska trying to come in to the Magic 4. Sablay ang tira ni Duremdes.
Magandang matchup din yun, si Duremdes versus Bong Ravena, no? So, isang defensive specialist against yung ating former MVP.
Yes. Alam ko, si Duremdes hindi rin pwedeng tawaran ng depensa niyan.
Ay, hindi.
Naku, nakantala ang pasa, nabulabog, napunta kay Johnny Amarientos, tinitingnan ng battlefield. Oh, what a pass! That is the kind of player Kenneth Duremdes is. He can see the floor with eagle eyes.
Yung tinatawag nating ball faking, ano? So, binake niya muna yung atensyon ng depensa, napunta sa kabila, at saka pinasa for the easy layup.
Carlos Strong, binangga ang katawan, rebound na bitawan niya, lalabas, mananatili, or pupunta sa panig ng Alaska. Strong start for the Milkmen, and they have erected an early 5-point lead behind the running game of the Alaska Milkmen. Uli po isang magandang gabi sa inyo lahat, mga kaibigan. Welcome sa Bayan ng Superstars. Halfway through the first quarter, abante ang Alaska ng 5. Tangan pa nila ang bola. They're on top by 5 here. Aliado na kanina ay pumalit kay Porcelino. Aparientos takes a shot. Kirk King with offensive rebound. Tries to make room, and he gets the basket.
So, Alaska is working hard tonight. Offensive rebound, Kirk King on the follow-up. Very organized sila ngayon, itong Alaska. Nasa mata nila talaga gustong manalo tonight.
Dito na ang abante ng Alaska Milk. Carlos Strong na double team. Amasa sa labas. And gets a PLDT, IDD long distance shot. That is his 5th point. Una niyang 3-pointer. He's averaging about 29% from the 3-point range.
Advantage si Don Camaso, no? It's about 6'6", and he can shoot over the arms of the defense pag nasa labas siya.
Mataas pa lumundag yan.
Oo.
Natapik ang bola at may foul si Carlos Strong. That'll be number 2 now on Strong.
Number 25, Carlos Strong, penalty situation. Second foul on Carlos.
Nasa penalty na po ang kupunan ng Mobiline, and that'll send Kirk King to the free throw line.
2 free throws for Kirk King.
Again, ang Alaska is coming off a loss against Barangay Ginebra just a couple of nights ago. Laban nilang yun, they gave up 30 free throws to their opponents. And that's one thing na nabanggit nga ni Coach Tim Cone, ano bang klaseng depensa pinakita nyo ng araw na yun. Of course, their offense was not wanting. In fact, karamihan sa kanilang mga starters were in double digits nung laban na yun. But it was really the defense giving up 100 points na naging problema ni Coach Tim Cone.
And delikado sa Alaska, no? If they decide to play defense, they can play defense. And this time, they fouled on si Johnny Aparientos.
That'll be number 2 on the flying A. Patrick Fran, by the way, is in the game now. Pinalta niya si Jerome Ejercito, who has 3 personal fouls early in this game. Si Camaso talaga is early nod of Louis Alas. Of course, dati niyang coach niya sa NBA. And one guy na dahan-dahan na rin bumabalik ang laro. We haven't seen today. Yes, to take a look at his PLDT long distance shot. Si Vic Pablo also has played well.
Oh, yes.
So far para sa Mobiline, pero hindi pa siya natin nakikita dito.
Oo, kaya nga malalim ang bench ng Mobiline dito, no? Dahil pwedeng punutin na mag-deliver para dito sa Mobiline.
Samantala si Kirk King, hindi na daw kailangan bumunot pa ng player. Siya na mismo bumubuhat sa kanila. 11 puntos na po ang import ng Alaska Milk. This is a guy who only averages 22 a game, although tumaas na yan from a 15 level noong una siya nagpasimula dito, pero daan-daan na niya pinapakita yung opensa niya, Yeng.
Oh, yes. At doon nakita natin na pumount si Bong Hawkins kay Don Camaso, who was forced to bring down the ball kasi pinipressure ni Johnny yung kanilang point guard na si Patrick Fran.
Nasa penalty na ang dalawang koponan, 3:35 remaining here in the first quarter. Camaso nasa labas. And that's the other thing about bringing Camaso into the game dahil si Hawkins na mawala sa rebounding sequence. Ano?
Tama, yun ang yun ang threat niya sa labas. So Hawkins has to come out for him. At saka isang malaking bagay din. Malakas mumelt si Bong Hawkins eh. Malakas mumelt sa bola. So kung threat sa labas yung kanyang tinatao, hindi masyado makaka-help si Bong Hawkins.
Eh kagaya niyan, umi-help nga siya kaya sila natawagan ng illegal dyan.
Illegal defense.
Pero tama ka doon, yung sa puntong yon. And that's the concept of the team defense ng Alaska Milk. Again, Camaso playing number 3 here. Kaya lumalabas si Hawkins. There's the help defense na pinag-usapan mo, Yeng. Doremdes getting the steal, but yung pasa niya, masyadong masikip yun.
Masyadong masikip. Napakaliit ng butas eh. Sinubukan niyang ipasok. Eh,
Oo.
nakuha tuloy.
Butas ng karayo, ang pinasok niya eh.
Bola ng basketball eh.
Papasok po tayo, or less than 3 minutes na lamang sa unang yugto. Cordillera faking, turning around. What a shot. Ang hirap nun, ang kontra-tiempo yun eh. He went going to his left, tapos biglang pumihit papuntang kanan, tapos nag-turn around na naman. And Jerry Cordillera is just very sharp.
Ang taas ng kumpiyansa ni Jerry. No? Last few games sila, napakataas ng kumpiyansa ni Jerry.
Well,
talaga.
he's shooting 47% in this conference. Pero kagaya nga nabanggit natin, in his last 2 games, he's been shooting 53.6%. Patrick Fran nilabas kay Bong Ravena. Cordillera ang libre. Keyhole jumper. Wala. And Aliado will be called for this one. Gusto sana niyang i-box out si Carlos Strong from the offensive glass. Pero masyadong nadiin.
Tama. At,
Obvious na obvious.
Ayun na. Nakuhanan din siya ng, ng experience. Ika nga. Ito si Carlos Strong. Umarte ng konti para mapansin ng referee.
Sa college ball, ang tawag doon, hulika. We'll be back. And welcome back mga kaibigan sa inyong PBA Commissioner's Cup. Noli Yala po kasama si Yeng Giao at si Carlos Strong na nasa free throw line. Opportunity para kausapin ko kumpare kong Yeng about ang batang Red Bull na medyo minalas kayo nung last game ninyo, Yeng.
Oo nga eh. Puro end game ang talo namin. Ano? So siguro kailangan na magkaroon pa ng konti experience yung mga bata. Ano? Sa pagpapanalo, makahanap sila ng paraan para maipanalo yung endgame namin.
Eh lalo na ngayon na napakahigpit ang ating team standings. Bawat panalo dito, bawat talo ay napakahalaga, no?
Importante. Kaya kita mo itong Alaska at itong Mobile ay nagpapakamatay itong dalawang koponan na to para manalo ngayon.
Totoo yan. Because ang Alaska is in the bottom 4 kung ating tutusin. If we started the quarterfinals today, so they certainly want to get up to that top 4 just to get that twice to beat advantage. Rodney Santos, pasa nila, natala na naman. Again, Mobiline, parang na-anticipate yung mga ganong klaseng galaw.
Yes, maganda mag-react ang Mobiline sa depensa. No? Nakakatakip kagad sila ng mga passing lanes kaya nakakakuha ng mga turnovers.
Carlos Strong, they move it around. Camaso takes the corner jumper, and Don Camaso is red hot in the first quarter. 7 points. Top local scorer, and the lead swings back to Mobiline, 22-21.
Parehong koponan kasi nagdo-double team na eh. Kaya nagmo-move sila ng bola. May mga nalilibre ngayon.
Hindi yun ang tira ni Kirk King sa labas. Again, umaatake ang Phone Pals. They look for their import. 14 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. A minute and 13 in the first. They move it around again. Camaso's the open man again from the other corner. Wala. He gets it back. Camaso goes to the hole. Don Camaso with 9 points. What a game.
Ganun ang aggressiveness dapat. Ano? Nagmintis ka ng tira, huwag ka lang tatayo. No? You look for an opportunity. At buti na lang nakita siya ni Jerry. Nabigyan siya ng assist doon.
Oh. 45 seconds remaining. Torrentes sa luwag again. That pass. Another turnover. Lead pass. Hindi nakatingin si Torrentes. Tuloy-tuloy kay Ravena. Two mistakes. Una yung pasa. The other one, he was just parang namamasil sa luneta eh.
Hindi niya nakita yung pasa. Nasa itaas na lang ulo niya. Kaya too late na mag-react siya.
You know, very uncharacteristic kay Kenneth Torrentes yan. He's averaging 5 assists per game, but only 2.7 turnovers. Here's that pass. Kita mo, parang pabanjing-banjing si Aliado at saka si Torrentes. Nahuli na yung kanilang pagdepensa. And that forces Tim Con to call a 30-second timeout here with 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Mobiline, abante po ng 5 puntos. And all of a sudden, itong Mobiline, umarangkada na naman. Kulang na naman sa depensa ang Alaska Milk.
Yes, at pasalamat sila dito kay Don Camaso, no? Siyang nag-init dito.
Well, this 30-second timeout is brought to you by San Mig Light. And totoo yan, si Don Camaso, 9 na puntos na po ang nabubuhos. His average in the PBA Commissioner's Cup is only 5.8 points a game. So mahigit na sa boundary niya. At maaga pa tayo dito.
Yan pa maganda rito sa Mobiline. Ano? One game, mag-iinit ito si Patrick Fran or yan sila Jerome Ejercito, yung mga gwardiya nila. In other games, mag-iinit sila Jerry, mag-iinit naman sila Big Pablo, tsaka sila Don Camaso. Kaya mahirap i-anticipate, ano? Mahirap paghandaan sa depensa itong Mobiline team na to.
Well, a fine job being done by Louis Alas and of course his assistant, si Aric Del Rosario. They've certainly come up with great adjustments for this Mobiline team who for a while seemed lost without Asi Taulava. But now, there's new life after Asi. At si Dorembes patuloy ang problema as you take a look at Bong Hawkins, who has 6 points in the first quarter, but siya lamang ang tumutulong sa kanilang import na si Kurt King. Si Dorembes, pangalawa niya, wala pa rin. 2 misses from Captain Marbel.
Parang medyo lumaylay yung pacing ng Alaska, no? Kanina matinding-matindi yung intensity nila, biglang bumagsak ngayon.
Oo. Nakaturo ang kanilang unit sa shot clock at the game clock. Sabi nila last shot time. They look for Carlos Strong and there's a foul. Nasa penalty na magkabilang koponan. And that will send Strong to the line. Second foul ni Don Aliado.
Foul number 8, Don Aliado is second.
Yan din isa akong napansin dito kasamang Noli, no? Even in the games that we play sa Batang Red Bull, etong mga referees napaka-stricto ngayon, ano? Dun sa contact, ano? Dun sa pagdepensa mo, yung mga handshake, yung mga bangga, eh madalas nila tawagin ngayon.
Oo. Hindi na pwede yung
Hindi na pwede yung
papitik-pitik.
yung mga minamasahe. Kung minsan dati,
Saka yung pagpatapos na yung oras sa quarter, minsan pinapabayaan na nila yun eh. Pero ngayon, tinatawag pa nila.
stricto. Kaya nga nakita natin earlier, si Jerome Ejercito, 3 kaagad ang fouls. Kaya persado siya umupo.
Si Winyo, 2 fouls na maaga. 2 na rin si Aliado, 2 rin si Amarientos. In the meantime, 1 out of 2 from the line. Lamang na po ang alang Mobiline ng 6. Running shot ni Amarientos, and that'll do it here in the first quarter. A 6-17-4 run ng Mobiline has given them an advantage here pagkatapos na lamangan sila ng Alaska by 7. Camaso leading the charge at ang Mobiline abante ng 6 after the first quarter of play.